Straight Talk. I'm Lindsay Kearns, the mama behind MalibuMamaLoves.com, and I'm also a conscious certified trauma-informed life coach. You guys, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you're filled with energy. I hope you've rested and rejuvenated. And I want to take this opportunity while we're fresh and new and we're just starting this beautiful new week that's going to be amazing. Our weather is already broken. It's already cooler here, thank God. That heat wave was crazy. But I want to take a few minutes and talk about the stigmas that are attached to our mental health. I am so tired of them. I'm so tired of people feeling like they can't just experience and talk about their experiences, like there's something weird or wrong with it, because there's not. The truth is that life is filled with so many seasons, good and bad, all kinds, right? And we need to talk about them. It's important. Society still makes us feel uncomfortable to talk about the bad seasons, and I'm done with that. That's why we're here on Conscious Straight Talk, because it's time to talk about it. Holding it in not only causes major physical problems for yourself, but it just elongates the mental issues. I mean, studies and history show us regularly, right? This is not me saying this. This is years of studies that societies that live the longest and have the happiest amount of people, they live the most simplest lives. And that happiness truly does come from within ourselves. So once we can tap into that, right, that happiness is inevitable once we learn to accept and understand ourselves. So society pressuring us to be perfect, look perfect, I'm done with that stuff. And I hope you guys are too, because as far as I'm concerned, it's a load of baloney. We all go through what we go through, and that's why we need to start talking about it. Holding it in hurts us. And guys, we have serious problems in this country. We have all-time high rates of obesities and eating disorders. Depression is at an all-time high. Gun violence, look at all the shootings we've been having. Mental health crises, physical health crises, climate change, COVID infections and quarantines going on. I mean, it is traumatic. And yet here in the States, people are so much more concerned with having the best job, making the most amount of money, driving the best car. And that doesn't lead to happiness. We're taught from a young age to work, and be very scheduled and regimented, never even taking the time to enjoy like a meal, let alone life. And yet, again, the people in the happiest societies and the longest life societies, they all live the most simplest of lifestyles, and that speaks volumes. Given that we live in a country where we have incredible access to really high-level education, high-level technology, and resources, why are we such an unhappy nation? Did you know that over 20 million Americans every year are experiencing depression? And I bet most of them aren't comfortable talking about it. And I can say from a personal level, when I went through my depression and my isolation, I didn't talk about it. I was too scared to. And I've met tons of clients that have reached out to me and said, oh my gosh, thank you for sharing your story. You know, I went through this for years and I couldn't tell anybody about it. And that needs to stop, because it is becoming normal. We have problems and it's okay to talk about them together. The thing that I really want you guys to understand is that from the day of our birth, from the day of our conception, we already have everything we need to be happy. We don't need a ton of materialistic things. Think about this example for a minute, and I know you know what I mean. Think about the last thing you really wanted to buy, right? In America, we call it keeping up with the Joneses. You hear this all the time. Keeping up with the Joneses. I want the next biggest, greatest thing, right? And so you save, you work, you save, you scrimp, and you want to buy this little trinket. Let it be a piece of jewelry or a new sweater or a car or something else that you saw somebody has and you really want to get it. Well, weeks go by, you save up your money, you get this trinket, you wear it for a day or two, and then you put it in a pile with all the other things that you wanted because, oh, you just saw something new and you have to get that, and that's your new obsession. Now, you're going to quickly accumulate a large pile of junk that you're not going to be needing to use very much, and it's pretty much worthless at the end of the day. Instead, for the same price, you could have taken that money and traveled with it, even a day trip, or a luncheon with a friend or something of that nature with your child, anything. And made memories that you will hold on to and last forever for you. Because I promise you, when your last moments, when you're on your deathbed, you're not going to remember that ring or that trinket that, Kara had down the street or Bobby had, whatever. You're going to remember that really amazing time that you had. Because using your money to invest in experiences and to invest in yourself, that's the key to happiness, right? Not accumulating a mass amount of stuff. That never brings happiness to anybody. We know this at this point in time. So why people are still doing this, I don't know, and we need to talk more about it. The truth is, true change for this country can happen, but it's got to happen within our homes. One parent, one child, one household, one heart at a time. But it can happen, and it will happen. It's time to start utilizing all of the science and the technology that we have here, and to start listening to it and understanding all these tricks and tips that we can be doing to get us on a more conscious path, to make us healthier and happier by ourselves, because we are whole and resourceful. And even though it doesn't feel like it sometimes, we are. We just need to be surrounded with the right tribe, to be communicating, and not to be isolating, and not to be holding this stuff in. By understanding each other more and accepting each other, we will start to fight less. We will start to be more productive. The trick is here, the first step is to accept yourself with your faults and your strengths and your weaknesses, all of it. Accepting yourself and accepting others around you for who they are, for their experiences. And then to understand and to be able to communicate at a higher and better level so that we can effectuate this change. We can effectuate this happiness. It's completely possible. We just need to wake up and do it, right? And the truth is, as we talk more about it, as we start sharing our stories, we're learning, we're listening to other people and sharing our failures, our successes, what worked, what didn't work. And that's how we start to remove the stigma around mental health. That's how we start to trickle in there and let everybody know that it's okay to feel and experience what you're going through. Somebody else has at some point in time. And yes, each and every one of our experiences are unique unto us in how we handle them and process them. But stuff does happen to everyone, and as we're talking about it, there are common experiences that can make us feel better. We are a herd animal. We are meant to be together. We are meant to communicate and support each other as we grow. And that's what's really important. And I want to really encourage you on this Monday, as you're been all refreshed from the weekend and you're bringing all this great energy into this week, please understand that and go ahead and talk to those around you. Talk to your friends, to your neighbors, your coworkers, whoever it's appropriate to, and open up. That will also invite them to open up, and it will be a really beautiful experience for you guys. And that's why I'm here. I'm sharing all of my crazy life experiences, all the lemons that get thrown on me, in the effort and in the hopes that you guys will feel more comfortable to be talking about your experiences as well, because it is common. And holding it in has just shown us that it's just going to make us sicker. It's not going to bring help to this nation or to ourselves or our households, our children, nothing. And so it's time, you guys. So let's use this great energy this week. Let's have an amazing week. I hope everyone is feeling good, ready to go. Why don't you go ahead and write one goal down there in the comments for me today? I want to see one goal at the beginning of this week that you think you can meet to really start to feel happier in your life. Give you something to feel really good about. And don't forget to give this video a like. We will be right back here on Wednesday with another great episode for you. And I hope until then, you share some smiles. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.